just told her I loved her, said, sweetie, you're not coming back from this. You've banged your head. I don't know if you can hear me, but this is what's gone down.
The lights, the cameras, the applause. Liam Neeson has seen it all. But when the curtain falls, he walks into a world shadowed by grief. At 73, the man who once played heroes carries a heartbreak no script could ever capture. His eyes tell stories of loss too heavy for words, his silence louder than fame itself.
You think I don't know what you're doing? You're so quiet all the time. I know.
Are you losing money?
No, I'm not losing money. That's not the point.
That's not the point.
It's dangerous. It's dangerous to me.
Behind every smile is a memory that refuses to fade, a love story that ended far too soon. Hollywood may know him as a legend, but his real story is one of sorrow. When love finds its way back. Liam Neeson, who is now 73 years old, is opening up to love once more. His journey is no longer just about sadness or the past. It's about finding healing, bravery, and rediscovering a heart that had given up on love. Liam's relationship with Pamela Anderson has been discreetly drawing everyone's interest. They have been spotted together, sharing gentle smiles and a clear but unspoken bond. Pamela, who just wrapped up her last stage show in Massachusetts, appears to have brought a sense of happiness to Liam's life. Their close ones have observed the change, their families have sensed it, and even fans of Natasha Richardson, Liam's deceased wife, have embraced it warmly. Andy Cohen, a friend of Natasha's, spoke positively about her new relationship with Liam, saying it feels like the right fit. Those who know Liam well think he deserves this happiness after waiting for so long. Liam's 28-year-old son Daniel is also supportive of his father's decision to move on while still remembering the past. Liam has always found love to be complicated. His love story started over 30 years ago when he worked with Natasha Richardson in 1992 on a Broadway play called Anna Christie. Natasha was radiant, charming, and elegant, while Liam was quiet but captivating. Even though Natasha was married to Robert Fox at the time, a connection started to form between her and Liam from the beginning of their collaboration. The connection between them was very strong and noticeable in the theater community. People were talking about it. There was a strong attraction between them that they couldn't ignore. After Anna Christie ended its run of 53 performances, Natasha's life changed. She decided to end her marriage and start a new chapter in her life. In 1994, the couple got married in a private ceremony in upstate New York. The wedding was intimate and magical, with close friends including Steven Spielberg and Emma Thompson in attendance. However, what left a lasting impression on everyone wasn't the celebrity guests, but the bride herself. Natasha had a surprise planned. At the reception, she took the microphone and sang a song called Crazy Love by Van Morrison, which seemed to capture their love story. The song was gentle and sweet, and it felt like it belonged to her. Liam was unaware that she had been practicing in secret for weeks to get the song just right. The performance was a heartfelt gift of love that he would always remember. Their first year as a married couple was very happy. In June of 1995, they had their first son named Michael, and then, a year later, Daniel was born. Their family home was always full of laughter and warmth. Natasha, who had a successful career in acting, decided to take things slower. She wanted her children to have a childhood filled with love, not separation. While Liam's acting career was doing well, starring in movies like Schindler's List, Star Wars, The Phantom Menace, Batman Begins, and later Taken, Natasha put her focus on being a mom. She only accepted a few acting jobs, picking projects that let her stay near her house. She was not just a popular actress, but also a mother who influenced her son's early years with her presence. She frequently mentioned that her family was the most important thing to her, and that no acting role could ever be as fulfilling as being there for her sons. Their life was going well, with a good mix of love and achievements, until 2009. In that year, Natasha passed away in a skiing accident in Canada at the age of 45, leaving Liam devastated. He struggled to cope with her loss, carrying the weight of her memory for years. Despite this, he tried to continue with his work, raise their sons, and go on with life. But it was evident that he was not the same without her. Over time, wounds heal. Liam was able to find happiness again and cherish memories of Natasha with gratitude instead of sorrow. His sons grew up to be strong reminders of her love and spirit. As Liam enters a new phase in his life, his story has taken on a gentler tone. Pamela Anderson has brought a sense of peace to his days with her caring nature and calming presence. Their bond is uncomplicated and sincere, free from the distractions of celebrity and pressure. Both have faced difficulties in life and still hold on to faith in love. Their families have accepted it. People who were close to Natasha believe she would have wanted him to be happy again. People who were skeptical about Liam moving on now understand that love doesn't replace the past, it just brings more warmth to it. Liam is not trying to replace anyone, he is just trying to move on. He will always love Natasha, but love doesn't disappear, it just changes. It will be a part of every new day, every happy moment, and every moment of hope. Liam Neeson is showing the world that love is persistent and patient as he enters a new phase in his life. Love that never let go. The entire world witnessed Liam Neeson go through a devastating heartbreak that affected his joyful demeanor. His relationship with Natasha Richardson was filled with inner strength and genuine love. But sadly, fate had different intentions. In March 2009, their love story took a tragic turn when Natasha passed away unexpectedly. It was meant to be a relaxing vacation for the family, away from the public eye. Natasha, a well-known British actress, traveled with her two young sons to the Mont Tremblant ski resort in Canada. Her sons, Michiel, 13, and Daniel, 12, were close to her and enjoyed their time together. Natasha, who was always up for adventure, opted for a private ski lesson. Unfortunately, she chose not to wear a helmet that day, a decision that would have lasting consequences. In class, she had a fall in the snow, which did not seem like a big deal at first. When Liam asked her about it later on, she seemed relaxed and happy, making it seem like it wasn't a big deal. It appeared to be a minor accident while skiing, but it turned out to be more serious. As time passed, she started feeling sick, and what started as a funny moment became something unimaginable. She was quickly taken to a hospital in New York City, and just 2 days later, she passed away. The doctors determined that she had an epidural hematoma, a severe head injury that had been getting worse without anyone knowing. Suddenly, Liam lost his soulmate, and their two young sons lost their adored mother. The time after was a blur for Liam and his sons. Their loved ones tried to support them through their grief, but nobody could alleviate the heaviness in Liam's heart. He was devastated, having a hard time coming to terms with the sudden loss of the woman who brought joy and comfort to his life. In the months that came after, he focused on work, watching movie after movie to avoid overthinking. The quietness at home was overwhelming, so he used work as a distraction. He confessed that he coped by avoiding his emotions, using work as a shield to temporarily block out the pain. However, pain has a tendency to catch up with you, even if you believe you've avoided it. Over time, Liam began seeking solace in alcohol. It began with just one glass of wine at night, then another. Gradually, it turned into a routine, a method to numb the constant pain. While he made sure it did not impact his job or take over his life, he recognized that he was becoming too reliant on it. In 2013, he made a significant change in his life. He quit drinking completely, without drawing attention to it. His motivation was to be a better father to his sons, setting a positive example of strength and perseverance. Although he had previously enjoyed drinking, he recognized the potential dangers and decided to stay sober in order to face each day with clarity and determination. As the years went by, Liam's love for Natasha remained strong. It has been 16 years since the tragic day, and while the pain has lessened, it has never gone away. Despite the sorrow, something wonderful emerged. Two sons who embody their parents' essence. Mikhail, who is now 30 years old, decided to become an actor like his parents. He acted alongside his father in movies such as Cold Pursuit and Made in Italy. As a tribute to his mother, he uses her last name, Richardson, in honor of her memory. Seeing Natasha's legacy continuing through him is a touching reminder every time his name is shown in movie credits. Daniel, the younger of the siblings, chose a unique route that also involved creativity. He studied theater at Tulane University before starting his tequila brand called De Nada. The name pays tribute to his mother's love for margaritas, serving as a simple and joyful way to honor her memory. Liam has frequently talked about the experience of being a parent, describing it as a mix of happiness and unease. It was challenging to raise two sons by himself after a difficult loss, but he managed with silent determination. He dedicated himself to supporting his children, offering advice and care as he continued to cope with his emotions. Over time, he has kept Natasha's memory close to him, not as a painful reminder, but as a part of his identity. Each movie he creates and every smile he gives reflects a bit of that love story that was cut short. It's a tale of dedication, sadness, and strength, proving that real love never truly disappears, even if one person is no longer around. Liam Neeson's love for the woman he lost never faded. It continued to influence him, make him more gentle, and bring memories of the past and present. Through his son's successes and happiness, Natasha's memory lives on as a vibrant, elegant, and unforgettable presence. Liam's love for Natasha Richardson never faded after they said goodbye. It transformed from being together to holding on to memories, from hearing her voice to the silence after she was gone, from feeling her touch to keeping her in his heart. Even though time has passed, Liam's love for Natasha Richardson will never diminish. It stays quietly, just like the snow that fell on the day of her tragic accident. Soft and lasting, the fall that changed everything. Natasha Richardson, who was warm and full of laughter, was taking a beginner's skiing lesson. The plan was to have a light and enjoyable afternoon, nothing too risky or adventurous, just a calm ride down the beginner's hill. Around midday, when Natasha was close to the end of the trail, she lost her balance. It was a minor fall that did not seem too serious at first. She wasn't going fast or going down a steep hill. She just fell and bumped her head on the hard, icy snow. She wasn't wearing a helmet, but no one was concerned at the time. She smiled, dusted herself off, and told everyone that she was okay. However, her instructor had doubts about her well-being. As a precaution, he asked the ski patrol to come and evaluate her. The patrol came promptly and, following safety procedures, asked for an ambulance to be called. Natasha politely declined the offer. She chuckled lightly, insisting she was all right, and signed a form refusing medical help. To reassure everyone, she walked back to her hotel, the upscale and serene Hotel Quintessence, with her instructor and one of the ski patrol members by her side. They wanted to ensure she reached her room safely. An ambulance arrived at the hotel at 1 p.m., prepared to assist if necessary. However, after finding out that Natasha declined medical attention and was okay, The paramedics departed shortly after. Natasha seemed relaxed and happy in her suite, showing no indication of any issues. She even contacted her husband, Liam Neeson, who was in Toronto for work. Using her typical humor, she jokingly informed him that she fell in the snow. It appeared to be just a minor mishap. As the day progressed, there was a shift in the situation. Natasha started experiencing a severe headache that did not feel normal. The pain became more intense and overwhelming. She started feeling disoriented and found it hard to concentrate. Her teacher noticed something was off and quickly called for an ambulance at 3 p.m. with urgent directions. She was quickly taken to a hospital in Saint-Agathe, where doctors immediately provided her with oxygen. Initially, her vital signs seemed promising, but her condition started to deteriorate. Her brain was swelling rapidly, and the hospital staff realized they were not equipped to treat such a severe head injury. They organized for her to be transferred to a trauma center in Montreal, which was around 55 miles away. As she left Saint-Agathe, it was almost evening, with the sun setting over the snow as the ambulance rushed through the diminishing light. In Toronto, Liam Neeson got some very bad news. He quickly left the movie set to be with her. When he got to the hospital, it was late, and no one was nice to him. He couldn't get into the emergency room. Feeling lost, he eventually found a nice nurse who showed him a secret way in. When he entered the room, he saw a distressing scene. Natasha was laying still, hooked up to machines that were helping her to survive. The doctors delivered devastating news that no spouse ever wants to receive. Her brain had experienced a severe injury. The scans indicated that the pressure had caused serious damage by pressing it against the interior of her skull. During a peaceful and emotional moment, Liam recalled the agreement he and the other person had made a while back. It was a promise based on love and empathy. They vowed that if one of them found themselves in a situation like this, they would choose to let go instead of staying in a lifeless world. That day, the mountain was calm, the fall was minor, and there was genuine laughter. However, in a brief moment, everything changed. The woman who brought joy to every place she went, whose laughter filled their house, was suddenly gone, taken by something so basic, so common, that no one could have anticipated such a tragic outcome. As the snow melted outside and seeped into the ground silently, it held onto the memory of a sunny day. This was the day the world said goodbye to Natasha Richardson, and Liam Neeson's life was forever altered. A new chapter of hope. Liam Neeson has had a successful career in the film industry that shows his strength, determination, and resilience. In 2009, he experienced the loss of his wife and channeled his emotions into his work. Over time, he became a popular action star in Hollywood, known for creating intense movies that captivated audiences. Films such as Taken 2, Non-Stop, and A Walk Among the Tombstones showcased his bravery and commitment. By the release of Taken 3, Neeson had become a symbol of perseverance, both in his roles on screen and in his personal life. At 73 years old, scripts still come to him. Producers and directors see the same passion in him as they did years ago. He still gets offers for action roles that need both heart and stamina. However, in his latest project, he wanted to do something new. The movie, The Naked Gun, allowed him to laugh and show a different side of himself. It brought a sense of lightness to his typically serious world. He acknowledges that it might be a one-time experience, a little break from his usual type of work. Off-screen, Liam Neeson behaves with the same calm elegance as his movie roles. After his wife passed away, he has been careful with love. He has been connected to some women, like Freya St. Johnston, but those relationships did not last. It looks like his heart has gotten used to remembering instead of starting over. Recently, When he was asked about love, he was truthful and peaceful. He mentioned that he is no longer interested in dating and prefers to focus on his 2 sons and his job. He finds joy in spending time with his family away from the spotlight. His life may be simple, but it seems to make him happy. However, rumors of a new development have recently surfaced. Recently, fans have observed a friendly relationship developing between Liam and his The Naked Gun co-star, Pamela Anderson. They have been spotted exchanging kind gestures, smiling brightly, giving each other compliments, and sharing friendly kisses on the cheek. Even though they have not announced anything official, the bond between them seems genuine and affectionate. Liam's friends have been encouraging him to open up his heart again, believing that he deserves to experience love after being alone for so long. Even people who were close to Natasha Richardson, his late wife, are optimistic about Liam Neeson. They have expressed support for him finding happiness again. This shows they care about him and are hoping he can eventually move past his grief. At the moment, we can't be sure about anything. Liam Neeson is still keeping to himself, like usual, hiding his feelings with a peaceful smile. But there's a subtle feeling that something good could be happening. A glimmer of hope in his older years, showing that it's never too late for healing. This may not be a big romantic gesture or a public announcement, but rather a gradual and gentle journey back to happiness. It seems like a new chapter is just beginning after many years of struggle, and there's hope for a happy ending that he never thought possible before. Thank you for watching this video. We hope you found it interesting. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Click the next video shown on your screen to catch up on your favorite celebrity stories. See you there.